What do you mean?
My name is Patrick Wilson. This is my co-host, John Papp, Sam Wismer, and this is the Pucking Flyers podcast.
You can say a whole bunch of things. At the end of the day, you have to show it.
You want to get the fans going in your own building? Hit Crosby, and then he has a set of hands that are incredible. Back through the legs, off the skate. Domi doesn't pick it up. Too much ice to cover for everybody. A save by Hart. Wow. He got right to left. Incredible goal by Giroux. Watch this. Puck protection elevates that shot. Giroux walks through.
Oh my goodness. This is something special right here.
Be a Flyer.
That's what we mean by we switched up the intro.
Yeah. Sorry, probably should have warned you before I hit that go live button. But anyway, what's going on, guys? This is going to be a relatively quick week, but welcome to episode 12 of the Pucking Flyers podcast. First, we are going to be doing a weekly recap of last week's games and our predictions. Then we go to Bobby Brink signing and what this means for the Flyers and his exciting 24 hours. We have the Young Guns coming in hot for their first win. John, you on number one. We got Ronnie Adder. He scored his first goal, which could be huge confidence booster for him. We have a Phantoms update from our lovely Sam Wismer. And then we have predictions after that for this week's games coming up. So, first things for I probably should have had this pulled up, but you know what? I don't want to hear shit from you guys. We're going to be doing a weekly recap.
What?
Oh, she froze, didn't she? Yeah, she's straight.
Yeah, you're definitely frozen.
Okay. She came back for a second. Up there.
I'm here.
We see her waving. Hi.
Dude,
There you go.
Pat,
Okay, you're back.
Pat, for the rest of the show, do we just act like she's frozen and just me and you talk?
No.
Wow. No, because we need her for the Phantoms.
Yeah, because you guys don't pay attention to minor league.
Oh, hell no.
Sorry, I don't really try to pay attention to minor.
The
anything.
Reading Royals.
I mean, it's the reason you guys have me, right?
One of the main
Currently
reasons.
trying to search for somebody who cares.
At least they're doing something with their season.
I kind of care.
Sam, it's called building blocks.
It's called they actually have a good coach.
Okay. Yeah. All right, weekly predictions.
Shoot.
So they lost against the Blue Jackets at home 4-2. They beat the Blue Jackets away 4-1. And then they lost against Anaheim 5-3.
I said 1-1-1, so I was wrong.
I think I said 1-2. John said 2-1, so they could. Excuse me. So the Flyers could go 1-2. So in a way, John was correct.
Thank you.
I thought they were going to beat Columbus at home, but they ended up beating them away. But I mean, I can't complain about that. I was still in a way correct too. They went 1-2. But I know for a fact the game that they won, the Young Guns came in hot.
Hella hot.
Cates got his second goal in 2 games that game. Owen Tippett got a goal that game. I can never pronounce his name. Connaughton?
Yes.
Yep.
Kevin
Yes.
Connaughton.
Connaughton scored his first goal. And then TK scored his 13th. But
Nobody
TK's
cares.
been slowly picking it up. Like I'm okay with him. Like he's been slowly picking it up. He can still do more, but he's been slowly picking it up. So, I mean, but Anaheim, they shouldn't have lost that game. They were up 2-0 early, and then in the second period, they just disappeared. Like they gave up 2 goals quick, and then they gave up a third goal late in the second period, and it was just all downhill from there. Like,
Yeah. Well, Pat, if you pull up the updated rankings, I'd greatly appreciate it.
We are now 5th.
I think we've been 5th
We've
all
been,
week.
but right here, I don't think we're gonna chase Seattle. So the key is New Jersey, New Jersey, New Jersey, New Jersey. We need them to win, get points, force overtime.
Here you go, John. Here you go. I was actually looking at this. The Flyers play the Capitals tomorrow, and
Boss.
the Devils play the Coyotes.
Okay.
So
That's promising.
if the Flyers lose and the Devils win, the Devils then become over the Flyers, and Flyers will have 4th place.
Let's go. Fire me up, Sam.
Whoa.
I mean,
Turn me up.
No thanks.
I can do this instead.
Fuck your life. Bing bong.
God, it's so peaceful when you do that.
Does that work?
Yeah. Oh my
Thank
God.
How many times are you going to press that?
Oh, did it play before?
It played like 3 times.
Oh, I didn't think I was in the tab. My bad. I thought I had to switch it. That's why I played it again.
Nah.
But yes, my little pity party worked to get back on the screen.
Overall, I'm happy to see where the Young Guns are going, but I'm still not overall happy with their play. But I'm pretty sure this season I'm just not going to be happy in general. Like they just give up too many early leads.
They get the lead, they don't keep the lead, and then they lose the lead. It's pretty pitiful. You can almost guarantee that they'll either let up 2 goals right off the bat, or they'll score 2 goals right off the bat and then give them up in the second period. And then ultimately lose the game.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
if they
aggravating because sorry, Pat. This was
no, you're good.
this was the story last season. Every time, we would start off a game hot, we would just lose it. It's like we start the games off with the momentum, and by the second period, it's just like there's nothing there. Or we win a game, the momentum's there, and then it's like you come out the next game and they're completely flat.
Now, it is difficult to constantly be juggling who's on your roster and in putting 20-year-olds and kids who are just right out of college, or I don't even know how old they are, but right out of college. So it is kind of a mix and match situation, but this is where they put themselves and they got to deal with it.
Yeah. I don't know if it comes down to like a coaching thing or
Some of it is coaching.
like why these guys just don't bring the energy every game. Like they've literally trained to get to this point, and now that they're at this point, they half the time it seems like they just don't want to be there.
I think it's majority has to do with coaching, not having a firm voice. I mean, Mike Yo, yeah, but I think he's played his mean card. If you know what I mean by that, like he's already kind of shown his frustration, and he can't really go overboard without constantly killing them every single time. So he can't use that to his advantage. They need to get a coach next year that obviously knows what they're doing. X's and O's wise, but they need to have a motivator, have a people person, and just connect with them really, and kind of just be able to get the best out of each and every player.
Yeah, just who can that be though?
Rick Tocchet. I just first thing that popped in mind.
Yeah, no.
Old school.
Yeah, like I don't know. Like we'll see how this season turns around somehow. Like hopefully next year just turns out to be 10 times better. And
the next year we can't just go off the first week. We have to go off the first 20 or so games and see how the ebbs and flow of a season kind of go back and forth.
we got to remember
See how they
this.
rebound, see how they capitalize on chances that they get, and go
Yeah,
from there.
we got to remember this when we do the podcast in the beginning of next season. Oh, they won 3 games in a row. Let's go. They're going to
Let's
the playoffs.
go.
Lose
We're
9
going
in
to
a
the
row after that.
playoffs.
Play your winning
Like
a
streak
edition.
video. What were you saying, Sam?
I said their first 10-game losing streak, and then their second, and then they had a 13-game losing streak.
At least it
That
wasn't
was this
10.
season. I'm talking about next season.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying, like, we can't just, like you said. Anyway, go on. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm jet lagged.
Sounds like an excuse. All right, Pat, let's roll.
You're an excuse.
Damn.
Oh, no, I kind of want to see this a little bit more.
Dang.
John's just trying to find every sound that he possibly can. All right, so Bobby Brink. What are your guys' thoughts on him joining?
Bobby.
Him being signed to a 3-year entry-level contract the day after he wins the national championship with Denver?
I don't know how I feel about him. I mean, I we have to keep in mind he is injury prone.
I haven't really heard too much about him other than he won the championship and then all of a sudden.
Pat, you're glitchy. I didn't hear that. Nobody heard that.
Am I?
Yeah, nobody heard that, bud.
You won a championship and then what?
And then he got signed. Like that's all I heard from about him. Yeah, I
Okay,
saw
well,
my connection go bad.
he won the NCAA tournament with his college Denver. I mean, his stats, I don't know. It concerns me because he does have an injury history, a lot like other players on this team and organization.
White House.
Shut up, John. So that's kind of concerning. I mean, this was the first season I believe he was able to keep himself healthy at a college level. So
Whoa. Yeah, apparently he's a smaller guy who Mike Yo said that, he's a perfect example of a guy who knows that the odds are against him. And because of that, he makes sure that he's prepared and takes advantage of every opportunity. So I think from the sounds of just that quote alone, it sounds like he's got a little chip on his shoulder because he is smaller. And this team could use some heart, could use not just potential, but the physical capability to outwork people. It's kind of a tactic I use.
okay. Anyway,
Yeah, okay.
Wow, I was trying to be sentimental to everybody out there.
No, I don't know.
Shoot.
You forget every time. I just haven't heard much about him. Like I know he seems to be like a playmaker because he had 57 points in 41 games. I saw that stat. He had 14 goals and 43 assists. So
yeah,
I mean,
he's definitely a playmaker.
So I honestly don't think the Flyers need any more playmakers. We need snipers still, even though we have Farabee.
I said yesterday during a podcast that I was just leaving comments on. We need Tyson Forster back, ready, healthy, and he needs to be ready to go to NHL.
Darn, I should have coughed his name.
Tyson doesn't get injured like like Wade does or anybody else does.
He's gotten injured 2 years in a row and
He
was
had
out for significant time.
He had a separated collarbone and he missed the last game of the Phantom season last year. And he had a shoulder injury this year. That's it.
Okay.
He doesn't get injured every 6 weeks.
Sam, I'm a Philadelphia fan. I know all about injury-prone players.
Okay, well, Tyson's not one of them. Anyway, go on.
So last year, or this season, he had, like we said, 57 points. 43 of those were assists. And he was a finalist for the Hobey Baker Award, which is the top college player. So he's relatively good.
Okay, so he does have some skill. Like, I mean, I won't deny that. When you're that small, you have to have some type of skill.
Like Patrick.
I mean, and people have been waiting
No,
for
I'm good.
him. My God. Anyway, people have been waiting for Bobby Brink to see what he can do for the Flyers.
He's got a great name.
He
passes the name test.
Because it has rink in it?
Yeah. Brink, rank, sink.
You're a dink.
All right. Off topic.
Yeah, I mean, I guess with this guy, like, we'll just see what happens. I'm not happy his contract starts this season.
And look, it's again just trying to figure out what you have moving forward. It's because let's just say he lights it up this year and he plays next year with the Phantoms. Chuck Fletcher's not going to want to get a guy who's going to block his development, at the NHL level, right? So, players like
Nick Schultz will do that for him.
Yeah, players like Noah Cates, Ronnie Attard,
Adder.
no, not Attard, Adder. I don't know why I keep saying that. And Bobby Brink. All three of those guys will most likely be with the Phantoms next year to start, at least, and hopefully they can kind of fast track from there. But this team also needs veterans. Not necessarily like 30 years old, but maybe that 26 to 28 range that can kind of still on the up of their career. And then eventually when they fall off, they come up and take the rest.
Hopefully.
So I think that's the game plan, and that's why they're playing right now, so that they can see, we can sign a guy for 3 years and it won't be an issue because he's still 3 years away. Or we want to sign more like a Keith Yandel situation. We're going to sign a defenseman for the year. And then after in the 2023 season, 2023 to 2024, then, that spot is for Ronnie right then and there. So these last however many games are really important just to see where those young guys are at, because they're the main core of the farm system right now.
Fair enough. All right. Let's move on.
And no, Wyatt Wiley is not one of those core players.
Did I
Let's
say
move on to
his
the young
name?
guns.
You also have to remember we have Zade Wisdom coming back, and we also have Forrester coming back.
Wisdom's another one of those guys that's injury prone.
And
We just have a lot of injury prones.
Phantoms are down by 1. Yay!
I could have told you that. I'm not even paying attention.
John doesn't pay attention to anything.
No, he doesn't. See, he doesn't care.
What do you mean? The Tankathon. I care about losing this year.
Yeah,
any game we win, he turns off. He's like,
I have a team that's literally teetering on the edge of playoff contention.
Just to get knocked out in the first round, that's the definition of mediocrity.
I don't care as long as they make it, because at least one of the teams doesn't make it.
Hey, you never know. 2013, Flyers made it the last game on a shootout. Where did they end up? They made it to the finals.
That was 2010.
Swore that was 2013.
No, 2010.
Okay.
And then
but
what was
still,
the next decade of Flyers hockey? Mediocrity.
just like your mom.
Oh, she's on a cruise right now, so she probably didn't hear that.
Sam, I'm backing you up.
Thank you.
I fight my own battles.
I'm protecting you from John today.
Good, because I'm about ready to reach for the screen and
You won't.
I got you. I mean, next time I see you, I can do it for her. Like, because I'm sure once you're done all your golf tournaments,
I'll be done. I'll be home Thursday night.
I mean, he graduates in a month.
Yeah,
No, he
but
doesn't.
then I'm coming back here.
Yeah, I was gonna say he technically has another year.
Sorry, Bleacher Report went off. It doesn't have to do with the Flyers. It has to do with Malkin, but
Oh, when he cross checks some dude in the face, did he?
Oh,
finally get
like
suspended?
Crosby
he got suspended.
completely
4 games.
sucker punching
Four?
the one dude.
He got suspended 4 games for cross checking somebody on Nashville.
Dirty team.
Yeah. Yeah, and the game before that, Crosby turned around, just sucker punched the dude in the face, and he got no repercussion for it.
Yep.
Shoot.
It's
It's
Crosby
Crosby.
because it's Crosby. Yeah, anybody else would have gotten a fine at minimum for that.
Screw that guy.
Yeah. The day he retires, I'll be partying. But Young Guns. Noah Cates has been producing pretty good. Ronnie Adard. Damn it.
Battered.
He's been playing pretty damn good. There. Okay. So Noah Cates, he got 2 goals in 2 games, but he hasn't really done anything else since. Owen Tippett, he finally got his second goal.
Owen, I really like Owen Tippett, and I think that he could be a main centerpiece at that third line next year. On a wing.
Third line
Third line.
or second?
Third.
Why third?
Because the first and second are going to be top loaded with all your veteran players and who they're going to go get via trade or free agency.
So I know it's going to be
I
like
said
2.
he wasn't a bad player.
Yeah, John, why don't you listen to Sam more?
I apologize. I didn't know Owen Tippett. He finally didn't hit the red bar going across the goal.
That's not true. In Anaheim, as soon as I turned the game on, he stole the puck and ran it right off the post. So, I mean,
I'm not
he
even
definitely...
gonna lie. When you were texting me that, I was trying to figure out why it was so early in the day. Because I was in Vegas and we're 3 hours behind out there.
Oh.
I was like, why are they texting me about hockey? This is so early. Oh, wait.
Must be nice to go to Vegas. I want to go to Vegas.
It was
Pat,
too
we
long.
definitely got to go to Vegas.
We will. No, it's good to see Owen Tippett playing good. He's got 2 points.
He's
in his last
aggressive,
5 games.
which I like. He's aggressive.
He's very aggressive.
He's a lot like Cam Atkinson, is that he's just, if he gets the puck, he's most likely going to shoot
Yeah.
accurately to, either create a rebound opportunity or.
Now, I am not
Or
sure.
I was going to say, or...
I'm not sure if them calling Hayden Hodgson up last week used up their last call up, but if it did, there are no more call ups for the season.
Isn't Hodgson back with the Phantoms?
Yeah, he is, but he was called up for a game because Farabee is sick or was sick.
Yeah, but now that they're back, McEwen's an extra player, which I don't necessarily agree that McEwen should be out, but.
Yeah, put Brown out.
Right. Well, you can't. Brown's a center.
So?
How's that going to work? McEwen's not going to go up there for the face-off and win it.
Drew and Coots are both out. Nobody on the Flyers is going to win a face-off.
That is true. That is something that they need to look for next year as like an added bonus when they are looking for trades and spending money. They need to look for somebody who's relatively good at faceoffs because you lost Giroux. Who knows if Coots is going to stay healthy? And Kevin Hayes has been hurt most of this year. So you need somebody that you get to be very good.
Even Hayes, he's always been iffy on the face-off circle, though. I don't think I've ever really seen him above like 51% face-offs.
Yeah.
In a season, I should say. In a game, it happens. Yeah. But in a season, no.
Because it's the difference between a win and a loss with good teams. Winning a face-off or losing it and then gaining control.
We're the Flyers, so
we're going to be 500 regardless and miss the playoffs every other year.
We could have Connor McDavid, Nathan McKinnon, and Claude Giroux on our top line, and we'll still be 500.
Yeah, you're right.
I was going to say, tell me I'm wrong.
Wrong.
It's just how the Flyers work. Connaughton's been doing good, though. It's nice to although he's not really a young gun. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, he's 32 years old, so we'll get off him. Farabee coming back. I mean, I haven't.
Go back to your comment about age, because I'm 33, about to be 34 this year.
Old.
What?
Patrick, he's 25. Semi-old. But his receding hairline makes him old.
I was going to say, I'm just old at this point.
See, Sam, I don't just go after you. It's Patrick, too.
Yeah, like Farabee, I haven't really seen too much out of him this year.
Yeah, he's kind of been a disappointment.
He's also been injured off and on and sick.
Yeah,
but he still isn't producing enough when he is on the ice.
Is TK still considered a young gun?
No.
No, he's a dad now. He's old.
All right. Who else we got then? Frost. I've been very happy with Frost.
Yes. He's been very aggressive, very eyes in the back of his head, making passes that not a lot of people see. Very impressed. Yeah. As the CEO, founder, and co-founder of the Morgan Frost fan club.
He doesn't have a choice right now because they can't send him back down to the Phantoms.
Okay, nobody cares for him to get reps in Lehigh Valley. He needs to get reps in the NHL level.
I'm not talking to this kid the rest of this episode.
But what did I say?
I'm sorry, Sam. I agree with him there. We need him to get something in the NHL.
Good is it to be down in Lehigh?
Saying because they were yo-yoing him back and forth all season. They can't just send him back down. He has no choice but to produce in the NHL right now.
Well, he could suck, but he's not doing that right now.
I mean, he's not really producing the points for the play that he's been producing, though. That's my main thing with Frost right now, is he's been playing very well, but because he's been on the third and fourth line, he doesn't have the points to prove it.
Right.
Kind of like with Carter Hart. He's been playing fantastic this year. I think he's been playing very, very well this year. But because of his defense in front of him and all the fantastic chances the opposing teams have against Hart, his stats don't show it. Do you need to answer that, John?
It's my mother. I'll call her later.
Are you sure?
I
mean,
I
can just make fun of you with Sam for a couple minutes while you talk to your mom.
Do it to my face. Because I also got to grab my laundry, so you could do it to my face.
No, like I've just been. Frost has been playing great. Hart has been playing great. Their stats don't show it though, which kind of sucks for them.
It does
But-
because eventually when a contract comes around, they're going to see that. But
Yeah, because you can't really see the individual play
Better
when
for us.
when the contract comes around in a couple
Yeah.
years from now. Like they're not going to remember their individual play that they've been doing.
Mhm.
Like they're going to see the stats and the points that they have, and they're going to be like, "Oh, well, you only produced 12 points out of 40 some games, so it's a lower contract."
Right.
Type thing, which might make them unhappy if they've been playing very well.
I
So,
mean, Carter's just been standing on his head this season. So
Hart's been great. I have no complaints about Hart. It's his defense in front of him. And
as a goalie, you're only as good as the guys that are in front of you doing their job.
Not if you're
Yeah.
Carey Price.
Oh, dude, Price can freaking hold a team for 10 games straight.
Yeah, Price is-
Not anymore. He's injury prone, but
He's
you get the
also
gist.
he's also super old, like a year older than Sam.
you know,
Sorry, I had to.
Boom.
But I
Roasted.
think I think Hart has had a much better time more recently because York has come up. York has been playing great defense.
Agreed.
I mean, he only has 32 total games in the NHL, so he's still making those crappy little turnovers, has those little mistakes that, any rookie will make.
Or
But he's-
8-year veteran that plays for Flyers.
Yandel.
Anybody.
But he's only 21 years old, and he's been playing. I think he's been playing better than what Provy did his first couple years here. Like he hasn't been producing the points that Provy has, but defense-wise, I think he's been doing much better. He's solid back there.
He's also on the first power play. So is Bobby Brink's going to be on the first power play. So we're going to see what this kind of youth movement can kind of do leading into the next 2-3 years. And honestly, it's exciting. But at the same time, it's not, because you know that they're going to get players to go ahead of them because they need to win now based on their contracts, based on who their personnel is. If they didn't have Kevin Hayes or JVR or,
I was going to say, I'm still listening. Don't worry.
I mean, I want to say Coots, but Coots he's fine. It's more of like, the bigger contracts with the bigger names, you just need to win now, going out and trading for Cam Atkinson, Rasmus Ristolainen, signing him. Like, if they didn't re-sign Ristolainen, I think that they would have been in a rebuild mode, but because they signed him to a long-term contract, they got to win now. They got to win within that contract window, because ultimately that's going to be their best shot. And if they don't, best shot with this group. And if they don't, then they're going to have to restart the entire thing.
Which wouldn't be the first time.
Or the last.
Yeah, I'm not happy about that.
Because then Bobby Brink and Noah Cates and all of them would be in the same situation that, Kevin Hayes is right now. They would be playing multiple. They would have had 6 years in the league, but they're not, not producing.
Yeah. Yeah, well, like right now we're looking at the future of the Flyers. So
Right.
I mean, it's not looking good, but that's because they're all young. They still have a lot to learn. I feel like once they develop more in the NHL, a few of them get some playing time on the Phantoms in the AHL. I think we'll see some improvement in a couple years. But I definitely know the fans are hungry now for something good. to happen for this team. So
Yeah,
we'll see how cranky they are next year.
they're already pretty cranky, so it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah. All right. Did you have something to add there, Sam?
I don't remember what I was going to say.
Okay. Good. I thought you were going to say something and I interrupted. I apologize.
You probably did, but I don't remember.
Sam, you took the words right out of my mouth. I was going to say he probably did.
Ronnie Attard. His goal.
Attard.
What do you think this will do for his confidence? He's only a defenseman, so him getting a goal must have felt really nice.
It wasn't even his goal at first.
Whose was it?
I don't know, but they changed it to him.
It was against Anaheim.
Oh, they thought it was a tip. That's why. Here, I got it.
Oops. That one.
So he shot it. They thought it tipped, but it did not.
Oh, they thought it tipped off the. Who's in
Yeah,
front?
so whoever that is in front, I can't really tell.
Is that Lindblom?
It looks like a 4.
I have to say, it was nice seeing Stolarz back.
Oh, brother.
Huge respect to him for going over to Lou for his 50th year anniversary.
Yeah, congratulations to Lou, but talk about mediocrity.
Stoley the goalie.
Mediocrity, dude. He just creamed the Flyers.
Yeah, with who
He
in front of
let
him.
up 2 early goals, and then he basically settled in and was like, okay.
Still let up the 2 goals. Mediocrity.
Could you put those pads on and all the goalie gear that you need to put on to be a goalie?
I'd
do what
stop
he
all your
does?
shots.
Okay, then.
Sam, we'll go after someone he really cares about. So how about Hart getting, what, 3-point-something goal against average this year?
First of all, you can't say that because he just said, oh, his defense in front of him isn't good. So you can't.
What do you think Stolarz had?
I don't give 2 bleeps about Anthony Stolarz.
You're putting double standards out there, John.
Of course I am. It's a talk show. It's what is supposed to happen.
You're putting double standards out there. You're not holding Stolarz to the same amount as you would Hart. You're putting more pressure on Stolarz to carry the team.
No, I honestly don't care about Anthony Stolarz. He was mediocre when he was here.
Because he never got the chance to play. Now he's getting a chance to play.
Because they had lefty Steve Mason out there.
I mean, to be fair, Steve Mason actually did a pretty good damn job while he was here.
He did. And then let up a goal through the wickets from the midline in the playoffs.
In the playoffs, yeah. That was just unlucky.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, that goal's got to be a huge confidence booster for Attard. And it'll be nice to see how he comes out tomorrow against Washington with it.
Yeah, he's got a goal and assist so far, and hopefully able to capitalize on it.
Yeah, that's shorthanded goal. I was going to say he somehow has a goal without a shot on goal, but I just realized that said shorthanded goal. Shots was right next to it. I read the wrong thing. My bad. So we'll see what his shot count actually looks like next game. Who knows?
Yes, sir.
Because he took 3 shots against Anaheim. So who knows? He may take like 5 against Washington.
Well, and Washington's a lot more physical too, so he's gonna have a big test kind of with his defensive skills.
Yeah, let's see if Joel Farabee pisses off Tom Wilson again.
Yeah.
That was funny last time. Farabee skates away
We'll
like,
have to
huh?
see.
Who are you? Yeah. All right. Sam, let's go to our Phantoms update.
All right. Let me see here. So last week, the Phantoms won against Bridgeport and Hershey, lost against Wilkes-Barre. They played Bridgeport yesterday, and they lost. No shocker there. Hayden Hodgson was loaned back to the Phantoms. Wade Allison returned Friday night from injury. We have kind of a long injury list with the Phantoms right now. So among those that are out are Ryan Fitzgerald, who had unfortunately just come back. So I think he got banged up again.
Who?
Ryan Fitzgerald. He's actually Kevin Hayes' cousin. Linus Hogberg, Linus Sandine, Jackson Cates is still out on injury. Kirill Ustimenko is out with, I believe, a hip injury again. And Sam Erson. So per Bob Rotrek, who is the announcer for the Phantoms, concerning playoff contention, the Phantoms need to go 6-4-1 or 7-4-0 in the remaining now 10 games, which will give them a good chance. Hartford lost its 7th straight game when I sent this to somebody last night. So their free fall continues. And this isn't just a quick description of how far back teams are, because different teams are playing a different total number of games. So it's going by point percentage, not points anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, because of COVID. Messed everything up.
So they are currently playing a game right now. I believe they're away. Yeah, they're away. And they're playing Providence, and they are down by 1. And the lone goal scorer was Maxime Sushko.
Way to go, Sushko.
Good old Sush.
Way to do what you're supposed to do.
I like Sushko.
Yeah, he's okay.
All right.
And then you have the Royals, who have going to playoffs. I mean, the baby Flyers.
Baby
Hey,
Flyers.
that's promising. That's all I got to say. It's promising.
They are a phenomenal ECHL team, and their coach, Kirk McDonald, is great at developing the players at that level.
Can he replace Nick Schultz?
Good. It says I'm pulling this off the Royals website. It says they defeated the Maine Mariners in overtime on Sunday at the Santander Arena in Reading. Royals goaltender Logan Flodell saved 27 of 28 shots, while Mariners goalie Jeremy Broder saved 14 of 16 shots faced. So
that was a low shooting game. That was all.
Well,
defense.
you're used to the Flyers lighting up 40 something.
It was only 2-1. So, but there's been games where the Royals have won by it was 9-2.
Yeah, I remember you saying it was 4 episodes ago, something like that.
Yeah, so they're a really good team this year.
That's very good to hear. So
and honestly,
how many points back are the Phantoms?
As of right now, it's like I said, it's not going by points. It's going by
point percentage.
Let me
win
pull it
percentage.
up. But honestly, I was gonna say, if you want to see a fun hockey game with not wanting to be disappointed and gouging your eyes out, take a trip out to the Reading Royals. It's a really good time.
How far
right
away
now,
is that from us?
right now their percentage is 0.477.
0.477. Okay, what do they need to get in?
Hartford is currently sitting in 6th at 0.515.
Okay, so they just need to win.
They got to get hot.
A few more games.
Yeah.
Because Sam said they got to go 6-4 or 7-3. They got to get hot.
They have to go 6-4-1 or 7-4-0.
Okay.
And currently they're losing number 2, so they only have 2 games to lose.
Unless they come back and win this one, which would be nice.
And they've done it before where they've been down by like nothing. And they've come back and won it by 5. So
yeah, we'll see what happens. Hopefully they can turn this game around and get a win in that column.
I don't think so. There's only 5 minutes left in the third, but we all know that 5 minutes is a long time.
We are
Absolutely.
Sam, I appreciate you saying that. Okay.
That took me a minute.
Everybody just got the joke. All right.
That took me a minute. My bad.
Wow.
That's sad for you, but that took me a minute.
Did
Sorry.
you not like the joke?
No, it was my mom. She's bothering me.
All right. Let's go to the predictions, so Sam's mom can bother her in the next like 5 minutes.
And then my mom can bother me. So I can call her.
Yeah, pretty much. So they play Washington tomorrow away. Then they come back home on Wednesday against the Rangers. And then they play Buffalo away at Buffalo on Saturday. And then they play Buffalo again at home on Sunday. So I got to remember Sunday we include in this now.
Yes.
So we got 4 games, 2 home, 2 away, 1 against Washington, 1 against Rangers, and a home and home against Buffalo.
0-4.
So they're going 4-0. I like it. Sam?
I don't even know anymore.
She's too worried about hitting Hodges and
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about Hayden Hodgson and the Lehigh Valley Phantoms. Can't even say his name right.
Oh my God. Anyway, there's a comment because I shared it on Twitter, to my Twitter. My follower, Alan Ellis, says, too much of this win now stuff. It's gone on long enough. They've put themselves in this position time and again and still no progress.
And what is that equal? I've been saying it all show. Mediocrity.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Tankathon.
No. Because you're too bad for it.
John, I feel like you looked like SpongeBob when you went like
that. Was the point.
Imagination.
Yeah, that was the point. Thank you for getting that, Sam.
What were you going to say, John?
When?
As Sam was trying to talk over you.
I don't know. It's just, I don't know.
All right, so I'm pretty sure all of us are horrible with memory right now. I think they're going to go 1-3, though. I want them to beat Washington. I want them to beat Washington.
That would be the game that they would go in and just win 3-1.
Yeah, that would be. That's what I'm saying. I want them to beat Washington for personal reasons that John knows.
I'm just gonna go 1-1-1 again. I don't know why.
Sam, that doesn't add up. There's 4 games.
Oh.
John, relax, bro. Jesus.
Yeah, seriously. Like, I'm ready to punch you through the screen now.
That wasn't that. What? I was just telling you that.
You came so quick and loud at her.
I apologize.
She said 1-1-1. You're like, hey, Sam, there's 4 games. Like, Jesus, dude.
All right, 2-1-1. God, I won't speak anymore.
Sam, you do realize that hurts the Tankathon, right?
At this point, I'd rather them win every game now.
I like the reverse psychology. Love it. Love the energy out of you.
Who do you think they're going to beat?
One of the Buffalo games. And like you said, they're probably going to come in and cream the Caps. That would just be a Flyers thing to do.
They're either going to come in and just decimate the Capitals, or
they're going to get beat.
It's going to be reverse. Yeah, it's going to be reverse. It's either the Flyers going to win by a lot or the Caps are going to win by a lot. There's no in between in that game. Guaranteed. Like,
Yeah.
If they lose like 3-2 or if they win like 2-1, I'll be amazed. Because there's probably going to be no in between. But that's the end of episode 12 of the Pucking Flyers. Thank you all for watching. If you're not already, what?
I said the torture by John is over.
Yes.
Yes.
Until we stay in this broadcast room for another like 20 minutes talking for a little bit as John plays 18 different sound alerts that he removed from the.
Add that back.
Anyway.
I thought you were going to play something. Thank you all for watching episode 12 of the Pucking Flyers podcast. If you're not already, follow us on Twitter at Pucking Flyers and follow us on Instagram /Pucking Flyers. And go take a listen to our Anchor episode that we will be posting tonight or tomorrow at some point. You can listen to it on Spotify. That directly supports us, and that supports us a lot. So that would be awesome if you guys can do that too. So until next week, we would love to hear your predictions of the games too. Even if it's like before or if you predict for the week after. So like when they play Toronto, Montreal, and Pittsburgh. Like if you guys want to predict that and we can share it on next week's episode, we can definitely do that. So until next week, guys, stay safe out there. Peace out.